reactor manufactured by Atomic Energy of Canada Limited in 1982 after THERAC-6 and THERAC-20. It was used to cure patients who mostly have different type of cancer in various part of their body. It involved in at least 6 accidents between 1985 and 1987 in which patients were given massive overdoses of radiation. And then the THERAC-25 is well machine, but it requires much less space because it a unique design structure. The first mode for surface segment of the cancer, and the second mode is for X-ray mode to treating cancer tumors. And the THERAC-25 use two magnets to plot the electron 180 degrees and 270 degrees before reaching their target. And it was highly computerized and depended on the computer, and it used their own software to operate.
There are 6 accidents occurred because of the THERAC-25 failure. So the first accident involved a patient from Marietta, Georgia named Linda Knight. Linda Knight was treated with the THERAC-25 for the removal of her malignant breast cancer. And during the treatment, she felt a tremendous force of heat, and she told the operator that, but there are no further action taken because there was no sign of radiation detected. Unfortunately, the patient lost the use of her left shoulder and arm. Her left breast was also removed because of the overdose burn. The second accident involved Donna Carter from Ontario, Canada. She suffered from carcinoma of the cervix, and she undergo the treatment of the THERAC-25, and during the treatment, the THERAC-25 kept shutting down and displayed error message. And after the 5th try, the device went to suspend mode, and the operator had to call the technician to solve the problem. And Donna Carter complained regarding the burning sensation that she felt on the treatment area, and unfortunately she died because of cancer. But the doctor told that if she had not died of cancer, she would need to get a hip replacement because of the radiation overexposure. The third case involved Janice Tillman from Yakina, Washington. She was treated with the THERAC-25, and after the completion of her treatment, the hospital staff noticed that the reddening of her skin was an abnormal reaction. And fortunately, Tillman underwent a surgery, a skin graft, and overcome the accident with minor disability and some scarring related to the overdose. For the fourth accident, it involved Isaac Duff from Texas, who was going to receive his 9th treatment from the THERAC-25 radiation therapy. And Isaac, during the treatment, he saw a bright flash of light and heard a frying buzzing sound, and felt a thump and hit like electric jolt on his neck and shoulder. And unfortunately, he also died to the complication form of radiation exposure. The 5th accident came from the same place as the Isaac Duff accident, and the person involved is Daniel McCarthy, who was treated for skin cancer on the side of his face. And during the treatment, Daniel McCarthy told the operator that he felt as if his skin was on fire. And the error displayed was the same as Isaac Duff's case. McCarthy unfortunately died because of radiation overexposure. The last accident occurred at Yakima Hospital. Andres Ekman told the operator that he had felt a burning sensation on his chest, and He also unfortunately died because of the complication due to the radiation overexposure, not because of his cancer.
Effects of THERAC-25. The first one is not responding to the editing, which means the inability of the software to respond and taking further actions after editing prescriptions. The editing prescribes displayed on the computer monitor, but in reality, the software did not apply proper modification. The cause of this problem could be found in subroutine of the software, which was responsible for checking any modifications in prescriptions. The routine just checked the location of the cursor. When the cursor was at the command position, then the routine will exit and will not take any further changing in parameter description. The second defect was due to overflow in variable of the software. Firstly, the variable was defined 1 byte and kept the value between 0 to 255. Non-zero value means THERAC-25 had some problems and the procedure of treating the patient will not proceed. The zero value referred that the software is adjusted and fine, and the device can continue the treatment. Since the variable was incremental and increased by the subroutine, so after the variable reached 255, it will be overflow and was not able to show the fault. So once in 256 times, the software could not show the problems and cannot identify any actions for the problems.
There are 5 identifications for the THERAC-25. The first one would be lack of proper inspection. What is meant by lack of proper inspection is that the method that they use is review inspection, which means there's only one person who is involved with the inspection and it is not the programmer. The inspector only took a look at the code visually without going through the details of it. Okay, the second one is lack of testing. Lack of testing means that the software was not tested precisely and it is separated from the hardware, and then it is tested shortly on the simulator for 2,700 hours, and then no unit testing or whiteboard testing or blackboard testing was being done for the machine. And the third one is lack of education and training, which means that no proper training class or program was available for the operators to be familiar with the machine. And then some offered the classes, but then they followed their own curriculum and their own standard, which they have no exact duration. And then besides that, also the classes offered was different in each level, so the operators who participated in the class were treated differently.
For the next identification of failures is that poor user interface. Poor user interface means that the user interface did not have a good or proper user interface, even though the operator tried to fix it or improve it very well. And the most obvious problem in this system is that the system does not perform some condition related to the user editing task. For the last identification of failures is conjunction malfunction errors. Error message occurred in the THERAC-25 is very confusing to the operator, and they did not have displayed or give any messages or caution to the operator, but the only message that will appear is only the number from number 1 until number 64, which it was harder to understand by the operator to understand it and fix it when the problem occurred in the